Alright, good afternoon. Welcome to Skyway Bound presents Fly Tampa Fly. Alright, to get things started, hey, like, subscribe, and keep up with the greatest and latest Tampa Bay area small business aviation news. Our goal is to grow the small business aviation community in the local Tampa Bay area. There are other people who are doing it, but so are we, so. Alright, first we want to start off with a little bit, we recently had a Hurricane Helene, and we want to just make sure we extend our deepest condolences to all who lost loved ones. I mean, that storm was huge. It went all the way up the East Coast, and I have a property here about 2.5 blocks from the beach, and we sustained a lot of damage, but fortunately nobody was in the units. When the storm happened, it was the blood surge that really got us. We're okay, but we know there are a lot of people who were severely affected by this storm, and we just want you all to know that if you were affected, you're in our thoughts and prayers. So, it's just one of those things you can't avoid Mother Nature, and you can't fight Mother Nature. She wins every time. So, that's tough. We're dealing through it. The community's working through it. A lot of people have come together through this. So that's with the negative is a very big positive that a lot of people within the community have kind of pulled together to help each other. So that's really good. All right, on to other news. Or actually, first starting with our question of the day, as we traditionally do. Which statement below relates to Bernoulli's principle? Which statement below relates to Bernoulli's principle? A, for every action there's an equal and opposite reaction. B, an additional upward force is generated as the lower surface of the airfoil deflects air downward. Or C, air traveling faster over the curved upper surface of an airfoil causes lower pressure on the top surface. So stay tuned. We will have the answer at the end. I am still working on prizes. We just had a hurricane, so I got slowed down a bit. That's my excuse. But hopefully we'll have prizes in the future. But for right now, it's just a question to pique your curiosity. Oops. Okay, we're good. All right, here's some news about the Department of Transportation. They are ordering a cybersecurity audit on all their I don't want to call them divisions, sub-departments. The U.S. Department of Transportation is planning to conduct a cybersecurity audit of what they consider FAA's high-impact systems. They recently announced this, and the audit will probably take place later this month. It comes after an August 2021 order to reorganize the FAA systems as low, moderate, and high impact. So they made some changes to how they classify their systems, and now they want an audit on the systems that are specifically classified as high impact system. They characterize high impact systems as those that, in the event of a system failure, would have an adverse impact to FAA's mission and on the safety and efficiency of the national airspace system. Anyway, anything that's really important needs a cybersecurity audit. That's what they're trying to say. So if you're in the world of cybersecurity, just know, I always talk about that there's a place for you in the world of aviation. Little things like this show you that you don't have to be just a pilot to be in the world of aviation. You can be in the world of IT, and you are needed. So just know that. And if you want to start a small business, some sort of contracting business, this probably is a potential contracting opportunity. Hopefully this isn't going on automatic, but my slides are okay, that's right. My bad. The FAA is releasing their special federal aviation regulations for the integration of powered lift. pilot certification and operations. So everybody's making, how this applies to you is that they're coming up with the regulations that are going to guide how you operate these electric vertical takeoff and landing aircraft. If you're looking to get into this world, it's important to stay on top of these regulations and learn them, and maybe find, understanding the regulations will allow you to find whatever your niche is going to be within the continued growth of the aviation industry. And so that's why I bring this up today. Check it out. Check out the regulations that they have. Start learning them, and then try to find where you can fit what your niche is going to be, and see how you can work within or around the rules. So, yet within the intent of the law. All right, this was an interesting story I found. The FAA has come out with an official letter of interpretation to clarify that, well, I'll just read it. The Office of the Chief Counsel finds that the phrase "in person" explicitly requires a physical presence. Virtual presence through a live video feed or other technical means cannot replace the physical presence of a supervising mechanic. So in some cases you can gain credit, or you can be an owner fixing your aircraft with a license under the supervision of a licensed A&P mechanic. What the FAA is saying is they can't do that remotely. They have to physically be like right there over your shoulder to do that. And if they're teaching a course, an A&P course, they have to be physically there, on site with you, to teach you what you need to know to earn your A&P. It is what it is. I personally, I don't know how I feel about that yet, because I haven't personally needed remote A&P assistance supervision, but I don't know. This is a tough one for me, because I'm a big fan of technology. We'll see. I understand what they're trying to do. They want to make sure people aren't what we call pencil whipping, and just making stuff up, but we'll see. I still like the use of technology, but I understand what they're trying to accomplish here. All right, some good news if you're in the world of, well, if you're a pilot, it's good to know that they're going to, in time, have enough air traffic control hires. If you're looking to get into the world of air traffic control, yes, they might have a record number of hires. So for you, that's you might decide, well, they're going to have too many, so they're going to start turning people away. But give it a shot anyway. This is great news for the overall aviation industry, because air traffic controllers are very vital to the operational safety of the national airspace. Those operating within the national airspace. How about that? All right, for all of my fellow veterans out there, apparently there is a bill in the making, Bill HR 7323, that includes a lifetime cap on post 9/11 GI Bill flight benefits with the 2025-2026 academic year. Those within the aviation industry, specifically aviation trade organizations like AOPA, they're pushing back a little bit, and they're pointing out that other degree programs within the GI Bill don't have those kind of caps. So that's the beauty of these industry organizations. I encourage you guys to become a member of organizations such as AOPA, because these people really they lobby for your interest within the world of aviation. So hopefully, to my fellow veterans that have GI Bill left, hopefully these organizations are able to push back enough to where the politicians kind of back off on the cap on your flight training. And I 100% support that, even though I wasn't able to use my GI Bill for flight training. But I support those who have that opportunity. There we go. All right, a little bit of stock news for you, and they go up, they go down. I bring this slide up every time because I just want to show you what you can achieve if you decide to build a small company and you have aspirations of taking a company public. There you go. There's a bunch of electric vertical takeoff and landing companies that are already listed on the stock exchange. Yeah, most of them, it looks like, are penny stocks, which they say don't invest in those. That's pure speculation if you do. But it's an opportunity. That is specifically why I show this slide every time. I'm here to support Tampa area small businesses through this aviation-centric news, and I just want you to see where you can go if you put your mind to it. If you conceive it, you can achieve it. How about that? All right, a little bit more Florida business development news. So, unfortunately, there are some Florida airports that are looking to impose what they call user fees, new import fees that could be coming to several airports that invoices you based on your ADS-B data. We have this new ADS-B system, so everybody basically can see where you're flying, unless there are waivers around that, but most of us don't have a need and wouldn't qualify for any of those waivers. So, there are a bunch of airports. They need to make money too, but they're looking to do it in a way that, as soon as you land there, they can just, invoice you. Kind of like going through the expressways, the tollways, where they capture your license plate. Even if you don't have the tag, they capture your license plate. This is pretty much what they're looking to impose at a bunch of small airports. Hopefully they don't do that. This is once again where if you join an aviation industry organization such as AOPA, I am not an official spokesperson. I am not sponsored by AOPA, but I am a big fan, and I have been an AOPA member for many, many years. So, but it's those organizations, like I say, that will lobby for you with regards to cases like this. On a happier note, with regards to user fees, one of the Florida cities, Ormond Beach City Commission, they have tabled their proposal to add airport landing fees. So let's see if it talks about any aviation industry kind of. I'm sure AOPA and other aviation industry organizations were involved or have reached out to these people, but it looks like it doesn't say, the article doesn't say anything about organizations weighing in, but no doubt they have, because that's what organizations such as AOPA do, is they keep a watch out for news like this, and they try to get out and try to reach out and try to weigh in order to support you and your general aviation needs. Little more. All right. Tampa International. So we have all this new vertical takeoff and landing technology. It is happening. It's coming online. It might take some time, but the process for doing that, it has to be done. And just know that your local airports, especially Tampa International, which oversees the system of airports in the greater area, they are looking into potential vertical takeoff and landing sites just for these machines, these aircraft. So it's coming. It's an opportunity if you can find your niche within that world: avionics, mechanic. We already talked about IT, accounting, whatever. The aviation industry continues to expand, And this is just another opportunity. There might be another contracting opportunity within this, as these guys are, they're going to research where to put these vertiports. They've already done it. They've come up with a couple of sites. The airport itself, the administrative personnel, they're not going to do the work. They're going to contract it out. So this might be an opportunity for you if you are looking to enter the world of local government contracting. All right, here's some aviation events. We put up the same ups. I messed up. Oh. It's supposed to say October to December, so that's what I meant. I'll fix it next month. But these are the events. There's some aviation industry events for you to go to. That's a great way to network and kind of get your name out there and just get to know people, so you can get into the world if you so desire. And like I said, you don't just have to be a pilot. You can be there's a lot of different things to do. Scholarship opportunities, I'll always put the link for FAA. FAA has a list of scholarship opportunities. It's not an all-inclusive list, but it's a great place to get started. Those of you who are looking to become pilots or mechanics, this is a great place for you to go to look. Everybody's like, oh, it's so expensive. It is expensive. Everything costs. So this is a place for you to go and start your search for some money to pay for your education. Other scholarship opportunities, I just made this list. If you know of other scholarship opportunities that I could put on this list, just shoot me an email or drop a comment out below on this video, and I'll add to this list. My goal is to inform you and hopefully lead the horses to the water so you guys can drink within the world of aviation. Okay, I did find a specific opportunity, the AOPA Scholarship Foundation, AOPA Foundation Scholarship Program, They have some scholarships coming along. This is multiple scholarships. This isn't just one scholarship on this one. So please go online, type in aviation. I'm pretty sure you have to be an AOPA member. I think you can be a member. I'm not going to say. It's not more than $100 to be a member. It's an annual fee. I think it's like between 60 and 90 bucks. That's pretty typical. But they provide you, organizations like AOPA, they provide you a lot of resources. So it's well worth it if you are really into the world of aviation. I encourage you, if you're looking for a scholarship opportunity, go online to AOPA. Just Google AOPA. I'll put the link for this specific, the Foundation Scholarship Program link. I'll put that in the description below. Then hopefully you'll be able to find something, you'll be able to apply, and maybe you'll get a scholarship. If you don't play, you will never win. So just give it a shot. All right, this brings us to the end. We're about out of time anyway. Question of the day: which statement relates to Bernoulli's principle? A, for every action, there is an equal and opposite reaction. B, an additional upward force is generated as the lower surface of the airfoil deflects air downwards. Or C, air traveling faster over the curved upper surface of an airfoil causes lower pressure on the top surface. All right, and these are, these kind of questions, I put them up here specifically for those who are looking to get into the world and they want to be exposed to kind of the questions you might see on an aviation written exam. And then for those of you who are currently, say, private pilot, these are private pilot level questions. And I just do it to be helpful and to be a little fun. And in the future, I will have prizes. I promise. It might not be today, but I definitely am working towards that. All right, let's go on to the answer. Drum roll, please. There you go. Which statement relates to Bernoulli's principle? It is C, air traveling faster over the curved upper surface of an airfoil causes lower pressure on the top surface. A and B do relate, and they have to do with Newton's laws of physics and motion. And I'll put, so this specific answer, it's on a specific page. I didn't put it in my notes. I can't remember what chapter it is, but I will find that and I will put that in the description so you can go to the exact chapter. A lot of times their tests, the wording is very similar to what's in the FAA publications, which are free on FAA.gov. And there's the answers. You can find the answers and properly prepare for any of the FAA written exams. I'll put the link in the link below and we'll go from there. As always, thanks to our sponsors, Jetline Systems. They're the North American distributor of Virtual Flight Controls and Virtual Fly flight simulators. And reach out to them if you have any flight simulator needs. If you have any questions, even if it's on a personal flight simulator level, reach out to my friends at Jetline. They'll do their best they can to guide you to whatever you need, and they just want to help the aviation community. All right, we talked about cybersecurity needs earlier. FAA is being mandated by Department of Transportation to produce a cybersecurity audit, and great segue for my friends in Mind My PC. That's what they do. If you're a small business and your bailiwick is not IT and cybersecurity, why not do it on a fractional basis? They provide fractional solutions for small businesses, and you don't have to be the expert in everything. Get good people to help you and become part of your team. And that's what My PC can do for you. They can be a fractional part of your team and make sure your IT infrastructure is taken care of, and you don't have to worry about it. So cybersecurity and IT solutions. Reach out to my friends at My PC. Those of you who are into the world of aviation and want to talk general aviation, you can find me here at Skyway Bound Aviation Services. Right now, we provide flight training services. In the future, we provide some ground school services as well. So feel free to reach out to us. If you know of anybody that wants to get into the world of aviation, even if they don't train with me, send them my way. I'll talk to them and I'll try to point them in the right direction. I'm here to help as well. All right, folks, that's it for today. As always, we just went through a hurricane, but we are bouncing back. My property is going to be taken care of, and waiting for the insurance adjuster. So we're going to see how they're going to help me. But we'll be back. Actually, I'm already back. Me and my family, we're safe and sound. We have way more. We are very blessed. So no worries from my end, but please keep all those who are affected in your thoughts and prayers. And of course, like us and follow us for more small business aviation news. But I want to end on this slide because I just want the last note of this segment to be, please keep these people in your thoughts and prayers. A lot of people were affected all up the U.S. eastern seaboard, and it's a tough situation for a lot of people. I'm blessed. My tough situation is very, very minor. A lot of people, their primary homes got hit, and in places where they weren't expecting to be affected with flooding, because it's never happened before. But they were hit, and they were hit hard, and towns have been leveled. A lot of primary homes have been leveled. So there are a lot of people who are really, really hurting. Just keep them in your thoughts and prayers, please. And if you can find a reputable organization to make a donation to, I highly encourage you to do that, and help some people out. You'll never regret that. You want more, give more. So I'm going to leave it on that note. Sky's the limit. Never quit in your small business aspirations. You can do it. Do not quit, do not quit, do not quit. The sky is the limit. I believe in you. Get out there and make something happen. That's what I want to say.